to discover your Ford.
We are going to have some fun.
Let's get started.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening and welcome to Discover Your Ford. That's right, I'm Errol and I'm excited with you to be here on this Wednesday evening, and we're going to get right into it. I know that you guys can see here, I am with the Bronco. That's right, we have the Wild Tracks here in the studio, and it features the Sasquatch package, which is always exciting. And so first off, I want to start by congratulating all of my Bronco owners out there. It's a definitely exciting time seeing all of the Broncos out in the wild and being able to experience all the different adventures and opportunities that you have to do with your Bronco. Now, what's really nice as well is that what we want to do is encourage you to take the time, because during our live stream, you have an opportunity where you can ask us questions. That's right, that little chat area right there below me. You can go ahead and get your questions into the chat. I have my product specialist and my dynamic chat team standing by, and they'll be helping me in answering questions, along with the fact that I'll be answering some of your questions here together while we're spending time live. So make sure you can start right now, get your questions in, or if maybe you have some things now that you've owned your Bronco for a little while that maybe you're wondering about. You have some future topics or things that you'd like us to discuss, well, go ahead and get those suggestions into the comment and chat box as well. We'd love to hear your feedback. Also, take this time to share this live stream link with other Bronco owners. We know that many of you out there are part of Bronco forums, so make sure that you take a chance to copy and paste this link and blast it out. We want to get as many Bronco owners involved with Discover Your Ford as possible. That way, you can get the most out of this iconic vehicle. Now, with this being our live stream, I'm not going to be able to demonstrate every feature or function that I will want to while we're here. So, for that, I'm going to rely on a little bit of technology and even some pre-recorded videos that we were able to capture for you. Now, with that being said, let's talk about what we're going to do and talk about in our time here together. Now, as I mentioned, this is the Wild Tracks that I have behind me, and it is featuring the Sasquatch package, so your configuration at home may look a little bit different. However, we're going to speak to some of the key functions and key things that are available on the Bronco, and so that if it looks a little bit different for you at home, well, no worries. You'll still be able to get great insight on some of the opportunities you have with your Bronco ownership. So let's talk about what we're getting into this evening. First off, we're going to talk about Bronco Off-Roadeo. Then we're going to talk about the Ford Pass app. We're going to talk about some things in the rear of your Bronco. Then we're going to get inside. From there, we're going to talk about Sync 4, and we're going to wrap it up talking about our Ford Copilot 360 technology. All right? So let's start right up front talking about Bronco Off-Roadeo. Larry, come on over this way. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar or if you've had an opportunity to, but if you are considering, thinking about it, have heard about it, you have to go. Bronco Off-Roadeo is an invaluable experience that really gives you the opportunity to learn more about the capacity and capability of your Bronco. As a Bronco owner, it's something that will teach you about not only the technology, but the technique that you're going to need to be able to take your Bronco to places that maybe you didn't know were possible, right? Now, as the Discover Your Ford team, we had a chance to go, and it was unreal. We actually visited the location that was just outside of Austin, Texas. Now, there's 4 different locations that you're able to go when it comes to Bronco Off-Roadeo. So let me run those down for you first. So like I said, we have Texas, which is just outside of Austin, Utah, New Hampshire, and Nevada, all right? So it's open for all Bronco owners, all right, or order holders. So if you're currently waiting for your Bronco and you have your order and you're just waiting to take delivery, you can still attend Bronco Off-Roadeo. And it's a great experience and one that will really build upon your excitement that you have already. Now, that's the other great thing. If you notice, I said that order holders can go, which means for all my owners out there, you do not have to worry about either driving or shipping your Bronco to the Off-Roadeo, because the Broncos at Off-Roadeo will be provided for you. So it gives you a great opportunity where you can go experience this course, learn these valuable lessons, and really get a chance to explore your Bronco in the wild. Now, some other cool things, if you're interested in checking out and finding out more information about it for yourself, well, then you can visit the website, which is BroncoOff-Roadeo.com, where you'll be able to find more information on Bronco Off-Roadeo there. All right? So again, I encourage you, if you're a Bronco owner, go ahead and go. It's a great opportunity. And maybe even if you have a multi-Bronco household and you have a Bronco and a Bronco Sport, there are some eligible Bronco sports that are able to go to Off-Roadeo. When you go to the Off-Roadeo website, just check out the frequently asked questions, and it will help guide you along the way. All right? So let's head back to the rear of our Bronco and take a look at some of the unique features that you're going to be able to see and explore and even add to your Bronco to make it all your own. Now, one of the best things that I love about the Bronco is, of course, the full-size spare tire here on the back. And one of the questions that I get a lot of times, especially for those that don't know, haven't or are not owners yet, is, well, what about my rear view camera? Well, guess what? We kept that in mind, so your rear view camera is still mounted here. So you're still able to utilize your rear view camera, which will allow you to do with the 360 camera view when you're doing reversing. And so it really still will come in handy and be very, very useful for you along the way. But having this full-size spare mounted here gives you that comfort and confidence that when you're on the road or out in the wild or hitting the trails, whatever the case might be, you've got this added level of protection here for you. So again, a really nice feature to have and to know that, hey, this is something that you can go ahead and keep with you. Now, when we go ahead and we take a look and get inside here, now one of the things that we have that you've seen here is our intelligent access, which you can do from here in the back, or you can also do it inside as well. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the key features that we're going to have in the back here as I open this up. Now, I'm going to start with going over one cool feature that I really like, and that is the slide-out tailgate. So this slide-out tailgate is a unique feature and add-on that you can put in, and actually check this out. It even gives you a little Easter egg here, which is going to tell you, hey, you can use this slide-out tailgate. Let's say if you're out at the campfire. Gives you a little old-school Bronco there, and this would be, maybe it could be me or you sitting on the back enjoying the campfire. But check out how this slide-out tailgate works. It's really nice. So what you'll do, there's a latch here that you'll release, and as you release that, it lets it out, and then now you have this sturdy tailgate that you can actually use for comfort. You can use it for working or storage, or like I said, if you're at the campsite or just out and about, maybe you've got some gear that you want to get loaded up and prepared. This is a great tool and accessory to use. The nice thing about this, it can actually hold up to 600 pounds. So how great is that? So up to 600 pounds can be held on this tailgate here, so that's a really cool feature that you're able to use. Now, one of the cool things that you've seen here as well that you're also able to use is the MOLLE Grate system. Now, if this is equipped, this is another great piece of equipment that you can have back here, because what this does, this attaches to the swing out door, and your swing out door comes accessory ready, and it has a lot of different accessories that are available, such as this MOLLE Grate system. And what this does is this gives you a place to consolidate your tools, your small parts, and it's a convenient storage solution. And of course, you can find this and many other accessories on our accessories.ford.com. So you'll want to go ahead and make sure that you check that out. Now, inside here, we've got some really cool things, including our interior tie-downs. So we've got some great points here where you can utilize, and I can put some of these up so you can kind of see. So when we're talking about gear and other things that you're able to bring with you in your Bronco, we've got some interior tie-down points that makes it really good for strapping down stuff or utilizing organizing things such as like a cargo net or other organizers that are available. Now, there's also a storage compartment located underneath here. So when you lift up this flooring here, and actually, in order to do this, you've got to pull the tailgate out so you guys can see it clearly. So now, when I lift this up, now you can see that there is some storage that's there. And what's nice about that storage compartment is that it actually, you can see here, it has a drain plug, so you're able to wash this out and wipe it down easily. So you can pull this drain plug out right here, and then you can go ahead and wash this down. And then also from this area, you're also able to access your jack and the easy fuel funnel. So if you remove this cover right here, then from there, you can actually see down in there, you have our jack and our easy fuel funnel. I know it's a little dark with some of the shadows cast in there, but that's nice because it gives you access and it makes it to where the storage is really easy for you to get to, even with having the now the pull-out tailgate. Again, another cool accessory. So let me reconstruct that. You put this back down, and then boom, you can slide this right back in. Clicks right back into place. How awesome is that? So again, something else that's really cool. And speaking of being able to utilize this space here back for your gear or other things, you do have a 12-volt outlet here. You also have a light here in back that you're able to utilize as well. So while you're here in the back, you do have some really cool things that you're also able to put into play, so that way you can utilize them while you're here in the back doing some of that work. Another cool thing that I love here in the back that you are able to see is that our speakers, you can have let's say you did the 10 speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system. Well, the nice thing about it, you'll have the subwoofer that's included here in the back, but then you also have the speakers that are located and mounted here. This is really great because with them being mounted here, you actually can, of course, remove the top, remove the doors, and still have great high-quality audio for all of your passengers. And that's that overhead bar. That system is nice because with the roof off and having that overhead bar, it makes it really nice because your passengers are going to get a clear view of the sky. So it makes it really, really cool and really, really nice for them to be able to enjoy that. Now, some other things while I get this closed up here. Of course, with this setting that we have in the studio, we do have our hard top, so it does have the hard top glass. And so with the hard top glass, you're going to get the wiper blade here. You also have the heating elements, of course, where you can defrost that rear glass as well, so it's really nice. And all of that kind of helps and comes together with your swing outdoor. So having the swing outdoor is a big accessory and big benefit when it comes to utilizing that. Larry, let's take a trip back up front, because one of the things that I wanted to make sure that we covered as well, because I showed you guys the intelligent access, right? And so that gives you the ability to get in and out of your Bronco. Well, another way that you can gain access in your Bronco is through the Ford Pass app. Now remember, we talked about that we're going to go into and show a little bit about the Ford Pass app. So let's talk a little bit about that app. Now, if you don't have the app already, it's a free resource that I think is great, and every owner should have it. So let me do this. I'm going to utilize some of that technology that I talked about earlier, and I want to show you guys what the Ford Pass app looks like when you download it. All right, so when you have the Ford Pass app downloaded, and it's going to come up on your screen in just a moment, but what I encourage you is that with the Ford Pass app, and there it is, you guys should be able to see it now, you'll notice that my Bronco on my Ford Pass app matches my Bronco here in studio. That's because the Ford Pass app is not generic information. It's actually specific to your VIN number. So when you go in and you download the Ford Pass app, you'll then go ahead and you'll put in your VIN number, which will allow it to sync with your Bronco. And what's nice about that is you can do certain things. Like I showed you there in the back with the intelligent access, you can unlock, you can lock, you can start, you can sound your horn and lights, but you can also go into other vehicle-specific information. You can check your fuel levels or look at your vehicle status alerts. You can also do different features and settings. You can also take a look at other statuses such as your tire pressure or oil life. You can even go in and schedule your service. So you can check to see your service history, or if you want to just know what your maintenance schedule is, you can see all of that right from the Ford Pass app. So it's a great resource and tool that I encourage you to download and make sure that you take advantage of, because it will enhance your ownership experience overall. And here's the nice thing about it. With the Ford Pass app, if you're a multi-Ford household, you can download more than one Ford Pass app on there. All right? So, Larry, while we're here and we're in the second row, let's take a look at some of the other cool accessories that we're able to see. Now, I'm going to come over this way. As a matter of fact, Larry, can you come over this way so you can kind of get in? Because what I want to talk to you guys next about is some of the cool things that you're able to have in the rear seat area. So, as an example, one of the things that you may have on your Bronco is the MOLLE Grate system. So remember I showed you in the rear? Well, you can have a similar system that's here on your rear of your seat. Now, this particular one does not have it, but to give you an idea, what it is a great place where you can put different accessories, such as like carabiner hooks or different things of that nature that you're able to put right here from your in the second row, right behind your driver's seat. Now, some other cool features that you're going to have there, you do have power in the second row as well. So there in our center stack, you have the ability where you can go ahead and access power. So your rear passengers, just the way I showed you that 12 volt in the back, you're going to have some power there as well. Now, another cool benefit that you're going to have is the availability to have our 60-40 rear split seats. So the 60-40 split seats are really cool. And as a matter of fact, Larry, come back this way. I'm going to open up back here because I'm going to have you give them the camera angle from this way as I go ahead and put these seats down. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and you can get in there, and I'm going to come around and I'm going to show you guys. You can see the 60-40 split there. And what's nice about this is right here at top, you can let your headrest down, and when you let your headrest down, then you can go ahead and easily unlatch the seat and let that down. So this is really cool. There I am. Look at that. I'm back with you guys. So this is really cool because, of course, you can use this now to slide in to add more storage or more gear, which is really nice as well. And it just makes it very convenient for you because you can have still another passenger in that space while you're utilizing the ample space and storage back this way. All right. So, again, the 60-40 rear split seats, really cool accessory, really easy to operate. As you can see, just a push of 2 buttons there, it makes it really nice for your ownership experience. Now, some other cool things that you're going to have inside, in addition to the interior tie-down points and some of the other things like the MOLLE panels, you also have, it's a 110-volt outlet. Remember I said the power source in the second row? That's 110 volts. You also do have the USB-C outlets as well. So the USB outlets you'll be able to utilize in that second row as well. Now, that's just some really cool stuff between now your rear of your Bronco and the second row. I want you guys to check out this quick tip because one of the things I showed you was about your Ford Pass app and how to access your vehicle utilizing your Ford Pass app. So what do you do if your key fob's not working? Well, I've got a quick tip video for that. So check out this video and we'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. We are now inside. Hopefully that tip helped. And don't forget, too, if your Bronco is equipped, you can also utilize certain features like the secure code and some other cool ways that you're able to access your vehicle if in the event your key fob is not working. All right, now, we are inside the Bronco because I wanted to go over and show you some cool things here inside. But I also want to make sure I remind you, because we're in studio and we're not moving the vehicle, we're not powering the vehicle on. I have it in accessory mode, so I'm not going to fasten my safety belt. But of course, for all of you out there, make sure that you follow the rules of the land and buckle up. Click it or ticket, right? So make sure you put it on your safety belt. Make sure you're following the laws, being safe. But for demonstration purposes only, and like I said, I'm keeping the vehicle in accessory mode, no seatbelt for me. Now, with that being said, let's talk about some of the cool features that you're going to have when you're behind the driver's seat of your Bronco. And remember, depending on which trim level you have, you may see some different features and functions. But I wanted to highlight and point out a couple that I think are really nice and things that I really found enjoyable about my Bronco ownership experience. So first off, right here in the center, right, your creature comfort controls, your center console controls, these are really good because with these controls, they're really nice because you have your volume, you can tune, you can do, of course, your heating, and if you have the dual heating, it's a digital display, which is really nice. And so what's really nice about these that I really love is that they're easy, they're big, and they can really be able to, like, whether you have on gloves or whatever the case might be, you can access them and turn them on. You can see easily just by turning the knob, I can go ahead and access and utilize these, which is really nice. Same thing, I have the heated steering wheel, heated seats. This is my control for my fan speed, which is really nice because it's just a simple up and down. So one of the nice things about this is the functionality, right? It really makes it simple. And if you ever have questions about this, well, actually in your owner's manual, you'll be able to get questions answered about all of these different buttons, how they work, and what they're actually used for. So again, another really cool thing there. Now, the other cool thing that I like, as you guys know, being with the Bronco, you want to be out in the wild, you want to be able to enjoy. Well, guess what? Remember, your roof, your doors are removable, and one of the things that we thought about because of that is where to mount your window switches. So your window switches and your mirror controls are actually located here in the center. So this makes it really nice because it's less mechanics and electronics that have to be in your door itself. And so your window controls are here. You also have for your side view mirrors, which remember, your side mirrors are body mounted. So you can take these doors off and those mirrors are going to stay in place. So that's going to be really handy with things like your 360 camera degree if you have it equipped, and some other cool things to be able to get out on the trails and enjoy. So another cool thing there. And I know what you're thinking. Well, if I take my doors and my roof off, what about security? Well, guess what? We've got you covered, because check this out. There is lockable storage right here, so you'll be able to lock your valuables in there, and they'll be protected. And even like we talked about, if you're hitting the trails or going out, and you can even put your keys in here securely, and then use the secure code on the door or the Ford Pass app to get back into your Bronco. So again, some really cool and well thought through accessories when it comes to the center here. Now let's talk about our display. Let's talk about this Sync 4 system that you're going to have here up front. Now I'm going to just get back to my main navigation home screen, and I want to talk to you guys about some of the cool features that you're going to have. Now, one of the nice things about the Sync 4 system is it does have the available 12-inch touchscreen, which is nice because with the 12-inch touchscreen, it allows you to have certain menus here on the side, which you're able to utilize. So this is going to show you, for instance, and I'm just going to turn my headlamps off so you guys can see that screen better. So it's going to allow you to toggle through here, and you can utilize certain things like your trip. You can see your fuel economy. You can go through a pitch and roll, which is great for off-roading, right? Kind of let you see the angles. It's also going to go through your zone lighting options. So a lot of different features right here from this side menu. But then across the board, you're able to utilize other cool features of your Bronco. So one of the cool features that I love, of course, is that you can do your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto wirelessly, right? So that's another nice feature that's available. With the built-in navigation, you can utilize that, or you can go ahead and utilize the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. As a matter of fact, let me show you guys how easy it is to set up your Bluetooth. So if you just go right over here to Phone, you click Add a Phone.
Search for your vehicle on your device and select it once it is found.
And then all you're going to do from there is you're going to go ahead and you're going to follow the prompts. So once you find the vehicle on your Bluetooth settings, so let me go there and let it populate in. There it is.
Confirm that the pin displayed on Sync matches the pin displayed on your device.
And you just take your time and follow the prompts, set the ways that you want to set it, if you want to pair your contacts,
For
things
your
of that
safety,
nature.
Please stay alert to changing road conditions and use Sync's voice-activated features while your vehicle is in motion.
It may not be available due to it being delivered to a locker.
And now we are connected and we're able to use that Apple CarPlay. Now, if you have it equipped also, the great thing about that is now you can take your phone, and if you have it in your Bronco, you can put it right down here on the wireless charging pad. Even if you don't have the wireless charging pad, you still have that space and area there, so you can still utilize that space to store your phone securely. And if need be, you can also have it as a charge point, so you can plug it in right there and draw some power out of there. So what's really nice about this and having it connected is I can utilize this, or I can go ahead and switch into my built-in navigation. I can toggle back and forth between either one. So again, getting familiar with that sync screen is really cool. You can go through some of the features. Remember, I talked about the owner's manual here. If you go under features, you'll be able to bring up that digital owner's manual. So if you do have questions about the features, functions, all of that, you can do a visual search. You can also look at videos, but what I really like is once you find something that you want to be able to come back to, you can actually bookmark it and come back to that. You can, of course, even search by categories as well. So really good tool to use visually to be able to get in and out and have all of those things available to you. All right. Now, another cool thing that I want to get into is talking about our available camera views. So what's nice about this is when you get into your Bronco, depending on which trim level you have and what's available, you'll see your different camera views that are available. I just wanted to point out and show you guys really quickly because there's one cool camera view that comes up in certain drive modes, especially for my off-roaders, okay? So when you go in and you change your drive mode, if you go over, and in my Wild Tracks, if I go into Mud and Rut, you'll see that it shifts my four-wheel drive, but you'll also notice that in my camera here, on my 360 camera, I now get these cool trail marks, right? So it's going to help me and give me a guide when it comes to my trail. So not only can I use my trail sites, but I can also use some of the technology. Another cool thing that you'll see here is now you can kind of see where it allows me to see where my wheel placement is. So this is now giving me my front driver side and passenger side wheel and letting me know where I am in regards to my trail or track. So again, that's something else that you can play with. It's an additional camera view that comes up and that's available for you, and something that I really think you guys are going to enjoy, especially when you're getting your Bronco out into the wild. Now, if you want to know more about these drive modes, well, we're going to be back with our next show on August 10th. So go to our live stream page. You can go ahead and mark your calendar and be back, because we're going to talk more about drive modes and some other key features in our next Bronco live stream, all right? But I wanted to show you guys just that quick tip while we were here. Speaking of quick tips, well, we are, as you mentioned, as I showed you guys, we are here in the hardtop. So I want to give you a quick tip on being able to remove your hardtop. So go ahead and check out this video, and when we get back, we'll talk about Copilot 360. All right, again, I hope that tip was helpful for you guys. So I couldn't pass on the opportunity. Anytime I get to show off this unique Bronco grill, I'm going to do that. And what we're going to talk about in our Copilot 360, we're going to start right up front, and that's with a great feature, which is the automatic high beam headlamps. Now, the automatic high beam headlamps are great. They're controlled by a camera that's centrally mounted here, right in the windshield. And what that does is that scans the road ahead, and that will detect and allow for the high beams to come on when it's dark enough and there's no traffic present. But then in the same token, if there is a vehicle in front of you or something coming towards you, it will go ahead and turn off these high beams and then, of course, resume the high beam headlamps when it is dark enough. So again, a great key feature that really makes it convenient and nice for you to be able to utilize when it comes to the Ford Copilot 360 technology. Taking a walk down the side, well, another spot, right? One of the things that the high beams help avoid is your blind spots, because they give you added visibility with what's in front of you. But what about the blind spots that are on the side of you? Well, we thought about that too. And one of the cool things that you see here is actually our blind spot detection system. So here we have our Bliss, which is right here inside your mirror. You're going to get an indicator light that's right in your side view mirror. It will allow you to know when a vehicle is in your blind spot, letting you know that, hey, it's not quite safe for you to get over or merge into traffic at that moment. This is an available feature that if you have it, it's one that you cannot go without. It's a nice orange indicator light that lets you know that something is there in your blind spot that you are just not able to see. It also has cross traffic alerts, right? Which cross traffic alerts is great because what this will do is this helps you detect those things when you're backing out of a parking space or your driveway. It allows you to see, and it helps you see the things that are behind you that you would not be able to see on a normal basis. So the cross-traffic alerts with the blind spot detection system are great tools to add into that Copilot 360 technology. Another good one is our lane keeping system. Now, lane keeping, I showed you guys how you can kind of see where your tires line up on the trails and things of that nature. But lane keeping is going to help you, of course, on those highway speeds. Because with the available lane keeping system, what it's going to do, it uses that same forward-facing camera that I showed you in the windshield. And what it does is two things. It will alert you and it will aid you. So let me tell you how both of those work. So the aid provides steering torque that helps gently nudge your vehicle back into your lane. Now, the alert will cause the steering wheel to do a slight vibration when you're drifting out of your lane. So the nice thing about both the alert and the aid is that they can be used simultaneously to really help you maximize that safety and security when it comes behind the wheel. Now, another cool feature for the Bronco is the Hill Start Assist. Hill Start Assist is nice because it makes it easier for you to pull away when your vehicle is in a slope. So think about this. If you ever find yourself in a situation where your vehicle's in a slope, when this is activated, your Bronco will stay stationary for a few moments as you release the brake pedal and increase the throttle. And so that way, when you press the accelerator pedal down, the brake will release, and then the engine will move when it has enough torque developed to move forward. Some other cool things when it comes to your safety is our pre-collision assist, with automatic emergency braking and the post-collision braking. So let me break down the pre-collision first. Pre-collision is an available feature that basically, same thing, uses that same camera that's located up front, and what that does is that scans the road ahead for pedestrians or vehicles in your intended path. If something is sensed that it's in your intended path, you will get an alert. And if no action is taken, then the system can step in and help reduce or avoid the collision by applying the brakes for you. All right. Now, if the impact, if you're unable to avoid it at all, well, that's where the post-collision braking comes into play. Post-collision can help avoid a secondary collision. By what that does is it steps in and applies the brake after the initial crash. So the post-collision braking along with the pre-collision assist are both two things to help keep you safe when you're behind the wheel. Remember, both of these programs are assist features, so neither are designed to take over for you. You still have to have driver input. You still have to be responsive. They're going to give you that alert and warning, but you want to make sure that you're keeping in mind. You can't just close your eyes and let go of the wheel and think the vehicle's going to do the work for you. You still have to do the work. Now, another cool thing, we showed you where that rear view camera was in the back, and so that has your rear view camera with your backup. One thing I did not mention, and it does have your assist grid lines. The assist grid lines are great because they're colorful grid lines that give you a better feel of the space that you're backing into. And then another cool feature is our hill descent control. Now, this is included on the 7-speed manual only, so it's only for the manual transmission, but what it does is it gives you a more controlled speed when you're going downhill. So it's another unique feature of the Bronco that really makes your Bronco ownership experience phenomenal, right? Now, we've covered quite a bit, right? We've talked about all of the utility, all the fun stuff, all the accessories that you can add on, but if you're hungry for more, right, guess what? You can stay connected to Discover Your Ford, because here you're going to be able to find more quick tips, in-depth videos, one-on-one walkthroughs, and our live stream schedule. Now, we don't just do Bronco. We do the complete lineup of Ford vehicles. So if you have another Ford vehicle that you want more information on, make sure you check out our schedule on Discover Your Ford. Now, if you want more information on just the Bronco specific, well, like I said, we're going to be back here August 10th, so you can go ahead and mark your calendars and get ready for that. In the meantime, we want to thank you for joining us. Remember, make sure that you share out this link with any other Bronco owners or forums, because if they miss tonight, you don't want them to miss on August 10th, right? So make sure you share out this link, get them invited to the live stream so they can be a part of the Discover Your Ford team as well and get all this valuable information when it comes to owning vehicles such as the Bronco or any of the other vehicles that we feature on Discover Your Ford as well. Like I said, if you go to the website, we have a complete list and you'll be able to check it out and see for yourself. With that being said, Larry, I had a great time as always. This has been fun, but you guys know what time it is. We've got to run. But Larry, I think August 10th we'll be back. Yeah, we'll be back. So we'll see you guys on the next one.